Hello everyone and welcome back to some more professional StarCraft 2. Today it's time for 5 games played in 2 versus 2 between 4 different pro gamers. 2 versus 2 in general, not a game mode we see very often at all at the pro level, so I'm excited to find out exactly what ended up going down between these players. So would you look at this? In the top section of Nightscape, we have a Terran and a Zerg working together. I mean, normally they don't really get along very well. Anyways, first off, we have none other than Solar. And then his teammate, he goes by the name of Ryung. And their opponents, playing with the orange Terran SCVs, we're looking at ByuN's main command center. And then his ally, widely considered to be the strongest Terran player of all time in StarCraft 2, for some reason playing with the Protoss probes, we have none other than Maru. Now, don't count Maru and ByuN out just because Maru is playing some Protoss, apparently. I'm not sure why, but I guess he enjoys it. At least a little while ago, I know that Maru hit like top 10 on the Korean Grandmaster League ladder with Protoss. So, you know, Maru is very scary when it comes to playing StarCraft. And definitely, yeah, don't count him out because he's playing Protoss here. So first off, Ryung is asking ByuN mech versus mech. Wait, is he asking that in all chat? He is. So he's trying to figure out what the opponent is going for. Fair enough. That's one way to do your scouting information, I suppose. Anyways, so this particular tournament... or this particular set of games, rather, was played as part of the OlimoLeague Invitational, I believe, number 7. Now, in case you're unfamiliar, the OlimoLeague, they've been putting out a ton of great tournaments over the years in StarCraft 2. Especially, Old People is Talking. Oh my god. Is Solar just... I just started playing now. Alright, anyways. The OlimoLeague, in case you're unfamiliar, I'll go ahead and post a link to their Patreon page down below in the description of this video, so you can go check it out. The only reason why they run these tournaments is because of their Patreon. So if you want to support Korean SC2, have a quick little peek over there. Maybe tip in $1 or something along those lines. But yeah, not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of the events that they have been putting out over the course of the last couple of months. They've been mixing it up. A little bit of Archon mode, some 2 versus 2. Oh, by the way, one caveat to this particular tournament, or this particular series of games, is that rather than going with a standard best of 5, I think they put money on the line. I think it was like $74 for every single one of the maps. So even though this is technically, I guess, a best of 5 series, normally a best of 5 would end if like one team reaches a 3-0 score. We're gonna watch 5 games. So for all I know, this could be a complete stomp, and it could be completely one-sided, and we don't really know exactly what to expect. So it's a best of 5 series, but with all maps played. Should I add best of 5 over there? I'll add it over there, but yeah, now you know. There's gonna be someone asking in the comment section why, you know, I'm still casting games when it's like 3-1, just because they skipped the intro. Yeah, okay, we can make fun of them in the comment section, right? It should be fine. Anyway, so what do we have? We have a lair right here from Solar. This is going to be so hard for me to keep track of, man. I'm going to miss so many things. We have a standard 1-1-1, it seems, right here for Ryung, although, nope. He's gone for the second factory, so the man is definitely planning on playing some mech. Apparently, this is what old people do. It's what I've learned. It feels weird to see the Hellions together with, like, Zerglings and stuff working together. At the same time, ByuN is sending out some of his own Hellions, too. Maru has already grabbed the Expo, going for that Stargate opener. And ByuN is gonna go for the more classical 1-1-1. Fair enough. Why did they decide to go with blue and purple, man? Couldn't you have gone like purple and pink or something, just to make it a little bit easier for me to follow who's who? Anyways, Ryung right now in a little bit of trouble. There's a queen coming out for the rescue. Not really something we see very often, protecting a Terran's mineral line. I think that's also because apparently ByuN is dealing some damage over here inside of the natural expansion. They're just bullying Ryung at this point, man. 14 SCVs, 2 heli. Okay, yeah, that's not good. Where is Ryung? There was no micro. I don't know exactly how much Ryung plays these days. I love how they're actually trash-talking each other a little bit. I mean, obviously, especially in the Korean scene, these guys know each other well. So even though it's a little bit of trash talk, most of them are pretty good friends. My god, this is a disaster, though. Like, this is too much damage. 12 drones right now end up going down as well. Maru hasn't lost anything yet. They're already GGing. Alright, that was a flawless game for Maru. He didn't lose a single unit, and he killed, like, I don't know, 30 workers. Already. Game number 2 is on Emerald City. Take me down to the Emerald City where the The grass is, I guess, kind of green. And the probes are pretty. Oh, aren't you? Okay, sorry. I won't do that to you. Anyways, I had a quick little look just now. I think it was Solar who was making fun of the old people talking, right? So Solar is 25 years old. Maru, his teammate, is 24. No, actually, that's not his teammate. Wait. He was making fun of his own teammate? Fair enough. Interesting decision making. However, the old people he was referring to, I believe it was him anyway, was first off Ryung, and Ryung is 30 years old. And then ByuN being 28. Now, obviously, old people is, you know, I guess they're older than them. I'm assuming Ryung has also completed his mandatory military service, so, you know, so did ByuN, obviously, so I guess that already makes them older, right? They're in an entirely different stage of life doing the exact same thing as the other guys. Anyways, what do we have here? So we have Ryung going for a proxy barracks on the other side of the map. Maru right here scouting. By the way, it looks like they did change colors. So Solar and Ryung right now are like the blue-ish players, and Maru and ByuN are like the red-ish players. Anyways, that's good. Makes it a little bit easier for me to figure out what's going on. By the way, I will probably end up missing many things that are happening in these games just because it's very chaotic. Like, there's no standard, obviously, in 2v2 in the same way as it is in 1v1. So it's very easy, yeah, to accidentally miss something that's going on. I'm gonna try my best, but we have the metabolic boost coming up here for Solar. So only 100 gas mined. He did go for an expo as a follow-up. There's a Marauder being proxied here for Ryung, so I don't know, maybe with the high ground vision that the Overlord provides, he can try and, like, break through some of these structures. But honestly, Maru is already scouted, yeah. There's a bunker coming up as well. I don't think there's really going to be a whole lot that these players are going to be able to achieve. Maru is still scouting around here with that first probe. It will go down here. But, well, was that a kill steal? I think Brenda was supposed to be the one that killed it, but it was the Zergling after all. Anyways. Oh. I thought for a second these Zerglings were going to be able to kill that SUV. I mean, they could, but it would be kind of dumb because it's their teammate. Ryung building a bunker here pretty far away from the ramp. Ryung is saying, what the? And then he censored himself? You were already being accused of being old, Ryung. At least finish your swearing properly, man. Alright, yeah, they're just going for what seems to be a bit of a soft contain here. Stargate opener for Maru. Starport for ByuN, going for the tech lab here. So probably we'll be able to add on some Banshees. In the meantime, on the other side of the map, Ryung, be quiet while playing. Ryung is the one talking most of the time. Be quiet while playing. Sure, thanks. Alright. Wait, ByuN talk more since it's being broadcasted, is what Ryung says. If you want to play seriously, just go on the ladder. Alright. Alright. Good talk. Anyways, even though there was a little bit of shenanigans here by Ryung and Solar, they've decided to give up on this little contain that they've created for themselves. Marauders are gonna go back home. Maybe if there was a low ground expo here for the players in the bottom right, maybe there would have been a chance for them to deal some sort of damage, but yeah, they're just all going for expansions right now. It's gonna be a mech transition here again from Ryung, right? Yeah, that's the second factory, so he's already gone for a bunch of Cyclones as well. Cyclone's very nice. Phoenix is here as well, coming up for Maru, okay. Zerg gonna go for a lair right now. Here's the Oracle. Will we see the units in the right place at the right time? Come on. Ugh, a little bit of mis-targeting there, okay. So that was definitely not great. Maru right there agrees as well. I think that's a little crying emoji. That's a little laughing emoji. Banshee right now comes in as well. Scan was just used though. Was it just bait? Because at this point, there's no detection available. Missile turret coming up in the NAT, but that command center is still morphing into an orbital, so... Yeah, this is bad. ByuN picking up a whole load of kills. They have to wait until a new scan is available. There it is, finally. That is a ton of workers going down, though. Alright. We have a Spire coming up. Now, was it... Yeah, there's already a bunch of Phoenixes out. Making a Phoenix... Or, sorry, making a Spire into someone who's already producing Phoenixes is very awkward. Most of the time, if you rush out a Spire like this, it's for Mutalisks, but... I mean, Phoenixes obviously counter Mutalisks. I don't think it's a particularly good idea to make those. Maybe Solar has another thing in mind in just a little bit. We'll see. Ideally for him, though, he scouts it before he makes any kind of Mutas, right? I don't think that the Phoenixes have been shown just yet. Second Banshee going across. Maybe the third. I don't know. Maybe I've missed it. No, actually, I can check it out. Yeah, there have been 2. That's what I mean, man. I'm gonna miss things. I'm sorry. Creep Tumor at the very least is gonna be killed. That's nice. Robo Bay coming up as well for Maru. So that opens up the opportunity for him to transition into either Colossi or, for example, Disruptors. Disruptors are awesome, but also very risky. I don't really know exactly what Maru's instincts tell him when he sees units that are, you know, not Protals. Because they can definitely kill the allied units as well, right? Okay. Corruptors are coming up, so at the very least I think the Phoenixes have been spotted, so that's something. Maru right now, heading into the main base. Cyclones are relatively close by. Ryung busy typing in the in-game chat. Don't know if that's necessarily the main priority. Phoenixes get out of there. He does decide to scan. Okay, and everything gets out. Maru passes. Maru's such a jerk, man. Oh god, can we please get a translation on this? Crank, can you please translate that? Oh, I don't know if he's gonna translate that. I'm pretty sure that was in reference to the Phoenixes. Did you think you would kill Phoenixes? Fair enough. Thank you, Crank. And Ryung says, shut up. I mean, obviously, one of the hardest things to do as a Terran player when you've got Cyclones out, right? Is knowing whether or not you should scan to actually finish off any of the units. Phoenixes, pretty much always units that just live. Like, Phoenixes have way more health than you'd imagine. They look kind of flimsy. They kind of look like paper planes, but they actually have a surprising amount of health. It is going to be Disruptors, by the way. So Maru going for a very micro-focused army. Phoenixes and then also Disruptors, whereas ByuN is just going for what seems to be Marines and a bunch of siege tanks. Okay. Solar at this point, mostly Corruptors? Not 100% sure where we're gonna go. Okay, so he's got a Lurker then coming up as well as a Hive right now. So Corruptors straight into Lurkers? Fair enough. That's gonna absolutely demolish pretty much every kind of ground unit, although obviously Disruptors are pretty good against Lurkers. 6 additional gateways now coming up as well though for Maru, so he's ready to pump out some of those ground units as well. And then Ryung obviously is going for that more mech-focused approach. Can the Corruptors get any sort of damage done? Yeah. Repair's not strong enough. So even though I was a little bit concerned about the amount of Corruptors being made, it's starting to actually get some work done. Not bad whatsoever. Observer over here from Maru scouts literally everything. Maru also, or sorry, ByuN right here. I saw Marines, I thought it was Maru. ByuN right here going for a little drop doing ByuN things. Not too surprising, obviously. Yeah, you can just kill the Hydras, dude. Don't worry about that. Cyclones right now joining the fray, too. My god, those Marines are very, 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 very nice. Cyclones are super expensive. Nice micro there, though, by Ryung. That's what we want to see, but I don't think these Medivacs are going back home, and neither will the Marines. That's okay, though. They've paid for this with their lives, but maybe they're bringing victory right here to the Terran Dominion because of it. And everyone's just happily expending. Maru going for the double Nexus Expo. Corruptors once again going around the map. Activating their puking ability once more for a second, but they're gonna have to get on out of there. What is this army hotkeying right here from Maru, dude? Is he sending in the Disruptors to try and defend against a couple of Corruptors? Okay. Not bad. So Viper, Lurker, Hydra. It's good. It's a very strong unit composition. Mostly just siege tanks and I guess Cyclones here for Ryung. Units that we don't normally see that often. Or unit composition that we normally don't see that often. Maru adding on a lot of stalkers right now too. There's the one swarm host. It has to do with the way that these pro gamers, the Zerg players, do their creep cycle. Or sorry, their queen inject cycle. Anyways, this is a scary unit composition though. Look at this. It's going across the map right now. This Expo is already about halfway dead as well. The siege tanks right here on the high ground, man, these siege tanks over here are incredibly strong. Corruptor's not really achieving a whole lot, okay? One of the eggs actually gets lifted up right there. One of the lurker cocoons, that is. Here come the disruptors. Don't blow up your allied units, but so far it seems like that's not happening. Siege tank on the high ground having an absolute blast. Pun not intended. It does get abducted though, and it will get picked off. And finally now that mech army shows up. But like, this is the problem with Terran mech, right? It's so slow. Nice little bit of control right there by Solar. Alright. Yeah, that's the problem with the mech army. Like, one of the reasons why Bio is so much more popular at the pro level than mech is just because of the speed. Like, Bio is just way more mobile, whereas, you know, Terran mech, it's just so slow and methodical. You kind of need to be in the right place at the right time before the fight happens. If you have to, like, react to where the opponent's army is moving, it's very difficult to get into the right position. Whereas with Bio, you're obviously a lot more flexible. Interesting Sim City right here from Maru. Alright. This is very difficult though, right? The players in red are thinking about pushing up into a Lurker Viper based composition with a lot of siege tanks as well. Yeah, this is wonderful work right there. That's a good move right there by Solar. One siege tank apparently being very brave, going around. Somehow, some way it lives. Fair enough. Maru is just going for the Zerg approach right now, where he's taking pretty much every single base on their side of the map. ByuN not really getting a whole lot of resources here. He's not really, I guess you can always send resources too, right? You could always send the resources to your opponent, it's fine. Okay, once again, we have the army pushing forward. Lurkers trying to get into the right spot once again. Ryung once more typing in the middle of this. Ryung, where are your units instead? I guess there's not a whole lot of micro, right? This is just to prove my point from earlier. There's not a whole lot of micro required when playing a Terran mech army. You can just kind of type in the middle of battle, apparently. Anyways, new Terran units are rolling down the ramp eventually, and Ryung at Solar right now, kind of in a tricky position. Even a command center gets killed there too. Lurkers finally moving forward. The Corruptor's still flying around. These Corruptors actually have been quite useful. Stalker warping over here. Will it complete in time? Yeah, it will. The damage increases quite a lot after a couple seconds. Okay, well, all of a sudden, those Lurkers are getting a lot of work done. Lurkers, more like workers. Haha. Sorry. Lurker, Siege Tank, Hydra, Hellion, Cyclone, Viper. Very complex. Oh god, okay. I just see big explosions right now. Vipers right there as well, forcing those Marines and Marauders to walk in the direction of the Siege Tanks. Alright, and now Ryung and Solar are on the move out. Even though they were kind of up with their backs against the wall earlier, it felt like the armies are looking big. Maybe this Disruptor can get something done? I mean, no, it's gonna have to back off for now. Okay, that was a good hit. A couple of Hydras end up going down there. Not that many big hitters, though, here for Maru and for ByuN. They mostly just have gateway-based units and Marines and Marauders, but that doesn't really cut it against, like, both Lurkers as well as Siege Tanks in the same spot. Like, you can't really clean that up very effectively with lower-tier units. You need something big. Without, like, Liberators or, you know, even things like battle cruisers, I suppose, right? Like, without some of the heavy hitters, it's very difficult to pull anything off. Colossi would be good, Disruptors would be good, and right now, Ryung and Solar are pushing forward. Okay, a couple of units, a couple of Stalkers going in from the back. What an absolutely chaotic battle. Units are being dropped right there on top of all of the Siege Tanks as well. Will ByuN and Maru be able to clean this up? It looks like they will. But at what cost? Solar and Ryung still significantly ahead when it comes to the supply count. ByuN has been knocked down all the way to 65 supply. It's not a whole lot. Reinforcing Terran mech units now also ready to go. I think it was saving those up for a little bit, and now Ryung is ready to send them all out in one big bunch. He's added on some additional command centers too. Maru's sitting at 79 workers. A couple of corruptors still available. They'll probably just try and stress the multitasking some more. Yeah, forcing some of these units to head on over in that direction. Fair enough. Alright. So, gold base is going to be acquired. Big medevac drop happening here from ByuN. Ping right there as well, though. I think that was actually Maru and ByuN pinging. Alright, so even though ByuN doesn't have a lot of units, the units that he does have, he's loaded up into a bunch of planes. And he's sending them out across the map. Can't blame him. This is what ByuN does. It's just the ByuN way of playing the game. At the same time, Stalkers, okay. Retaliate as well by killing a command center. But there is now a huge Zerg army walking towards the natural expansion. Will there be enough units here to clean this up as well? It looks like Ryung is trying to chase down a bunch of medevacs with mechanical units. Lurkers right now, though, have burrowed basically in the natural expo, and Maru has absolutely no way of cleaning this up. ByuN also not dealing critical amounts of damage with his dropships, so that does mean that ByuN and Maru are forced to tap out. Alrighty, our next game in this best of 5 series is on Polka. So, Polka, I think, yeah, this is the really big map. I've played a couple of games on this map. There's a weird lighting bug as well at like the 11-minute mark. I don't know if they've ever fixed that, but I remember there... Oh god, what's this? Aww. Wait, Maru has decided to switch! Oh, okay. Maru is now playing a little bit of Terran as well. Tearing up the night. Okay, this is kind of beautiful, isn't it? A tale of 2 SCVs going for proxy barracks, I'm pretty sure, on the other side of the map. Aww. The couple that proxies together stays together, right? And I think that's beautiful. More SCVs have arrived as well, so Maru is gonna continue to proxy, ByuN is gonna continue to proxy. What are we gonna do? Make gases? Look at this, dude. Synchronized cheesing. That's gorgeous. This should be a new Olympic game. Are we gonna go 2 gases here, or are we just gonna make like tons and tons of Reapers? I wouldn't mind it. We'll see if they decide to add on a second gas. I think you go to second gas at like 12 SCVs again on minerals? I'm not sure. Maybe more. We'll see in a little bit. Oh god, Solar has decided to go for the worst possible start against this. Wow, these gases actually threw me off for a little bit. I thought Solar could, like... Anyways, I guess he could. He's going triple hatch before spawning pool. So he went triple hatch. So he went hatch, hatch, gas, pool. Pretty good if you want to play a macro game. Not so good if your opponent is proxying a whole array of Reapers. Gorgeous. Alright, so how's this gonna play out? I think it's a disaster. Oh, they're mining out those minerals right over there in the back. Well, the Reapers don't really need it, though. The Reapers can just kind of jump up here. Okay. Aww, look at them. These are individually controlled, by the way. ByuN probably with the ever so slightly better micro than Maru, but I mean, Maru is Maru, so, you know, take that for what it's worth. Yeah, this is a problem. So, Zerglings are not going to have link speed here until way later. And without link speed, it's going to be extremely difficult to clean any of this up. Even with link speed, it's very difficult to clean anything of this up, right? But there's a couple of slow links finishing up. Yeah, I don't think Maru and ByuN are going to mess up, my man. When you rely on a mistake from these two guys, yeah, Ryung, what is he saying? Okay, well, I don't think we even need to know. Z is like a little laughing emoji as well. GG. That was quick. Antiga Shipyard? Wait. I love it. Oh, I'm curious to see what the final map then is going to be. Antiga Shipyard. This is a map that we used to play back in Wings of Liberty. For those of you that didn't play back then, I think it was Wings of Liberty. I think so. Hold up, let me have a quick little peek. Antiga Shipyard. So this is a map that was supposed to be a 1v1 map. No Reaper this game. Wait, Ryung is asking no Reaper this game? And ByuN says, okay. Alright. Antiga Shipyard, let me see. Antiga Shipyard was one of the 4-player maps introduced for the 3rd season of the Blizzard ladder. It was also used in the 2011 GSL August map pool. Yeah, so this was a map that was played between July 2011 and March 2013. So this is the maps that people used to play on back then. If it was cross-position, I think at some point they made it forced cross-spawns, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I haven't seen this map, well, since like 2013. It's been a long time. Anyways, this was definitely one of the better maps back then. I remember, yeah. So there's like a 3rd base over here, and then like rocks you can destroy, and then sometimes the opponent would just kind of roll up there. You'd be surprised by them. There's also the center golden base. Yeah. It's coming back to me now. Okay. So we've got a triple barrack start right here for ByuN. Only a single gas, though. Fair enough. This is being scouted as well by Solar. So, by the way, in this game, the players are split. So they're not spawning together like we've seen in the previous maps. I believe this was never really intended as a 2v2 map. Maybe, I don't know. Solar is saying, tree Rex, I will make Marines. We got that much, ByuN. You didn't have to explain that you were gonna make Marines, dude. This is what you do every game. Oh, he's making one Reaper, though. Wait. Ryung asked if his opponent could please not play Reapers, and then he's playing Reapers of his own? He said, no Reapers this game? They're both making Reapers. Are you saying people lie on the internet? I thought that was illegal. Anyhow. So, the players in the top section of the minimap, they are working together. Dude, there's Reapers being made everywhere. Everyone's making Reapers. I would love to see a little tournament with some off-racing. Where, like, pro gamers are forced to off-race and not play, like, you know, what they're known for. That would be kind of sick. I'll try and see if maybe I can organize something along those lines myself. I haven't really done a lot of tournament organizing, but that would be a really a good bit of fun. Can you play all where you guys send Reapers? What? Solar, you can make the request, sure. Solar's Overlords, though, can kind of just scout everything, right? When everyone's making Reapers, it's totally fine. There's not going to be a whole lot of anti-air available. Okay, very chaotic set of games so far. Game number 2 was a banger, though. So there's once again the Cloak Banshee coming up. Maru is, well, I guess Team Maru has had a lot of success with that. He wasn't previously playing Terran. Scanner right here from Ryung. Maru immediately posts a little laughing emoji. Giggling over the scan, I suppose. It's probably cheaper to just add on a missile turret here, man. Yeah, you're gonna have to anyway. It's probably cheaper to not scan and just go for a missile turret. Roaches have showed up. Together with the Reapers. Maru really needs to be here. If Maru is not here, this actually is very hard to hold. ByuN has got a ton of Reapers of his own, though. Ryung, I think he should commit, dude. Maru actually microing against a couple of those units as well. Alright, now they've actually broken into the base. Reaper versus Reaper battles. Roaches, in the meantime, are killing a ton of stuff. Okay, so this is actually a ton of damage that Solar is doing right now. Ryung doesn't have that much either. Oh, God. Okay, so there is a Banshee now going to town over here. Hellions, oh, God, from Maru. Going for the counterattack instead of helping out his ally. He's like, screw you, ByuN, I don't really care about your base. I'm just gonna go kill them instead. And so far, that seems to be at least semi-effective. Well, ByuN is actually holding out on his own, it seems. Reinforcing Reapers are popping out of the barracks. Banshee over here just rolling around. Eventually, it's going to be heading on over for the defense here of his ally. I guess he can always send him resources, right? So Solar did lose quite a few workers. Yeah, 14. Oh my god. ByuN has lost 30 SCVs, though. That's so much. The thing is, Maru's still mostly unharmed and currently taking that supply lead. He's adding on some more barracks here. Okay, fair enough. Now all of a sudden they're going in for the counter. ByuN does still have a lot of those Reapers available. This is actually scary. Like, ByuN with Reapers, never count him out. He doesn't have a whole lot of units. He's got one mule and, well, basically nothing else other than those Reapers. He's still dealing damage, though. He's still dealing damage, though. The Banshees are helping out as well. Maru target firing down whatever he can. Oh my god, are they actually pulling this off? At the same time, once again, Hellions from Maru are over at the northern section of the map. GG. Alright, so the final map in today's best of 5 series is a Lost Temple. This is a map that is from extremely long ago. They have this in Warcraft 3 as well, right? I think they made it in StarCraft 1 too. Don't trick me about Solar. Wait, did Solar change race? Solar. Solar's now playing Protoss. Okay. Did Solar, like, switch race at the final second of, like, the countdown or something along those lines? I saw what you did. ByuN was close with the trick. So I think what they did during the countdown of the lobby, right? They probably were quickly switching race. Anyways, apparently Solar has landed on Protoss here. God, I love watching this. It's great. It's really nice. So now there's 3 Terrans and a Protoss in this game. Lost Temple. I mean, I can look up real quick when this map was introduced. Just so we can get the facts. So for StarCraft Brood War, it was made in 1999. Essentially the same, like, map layout. I mean, there were definitely a couple of changes that they've made to make it possible in StarCraft 2, but yeah, that definitely was made for a while. There's Lost Temple as well in the Frozen Throne. I can't find this quickly when that was introduced, but yeah, that map has been around as well. And for SC2, we've had this map for a very long time as well, and that one was introduced back in 2010, used until May 2011. Alright. Kinda neat. Ryung going for the double barracks approach, making Reapers. Solar going for just a classical start so far. ByuN making triple barracks here and double gas. And we see Maru doing the same thing. I mean, just because of the maps, I've already been getting Wings of Liberty vibes, but now because of the strategies as well. People would literally play 5 barracks, tech lab, a Reaper. This is what people used to do. Back then, you would need, like, a tech lab in order to make Reapers. They were way better than they are right now. Then at some point, they nerfed it and made the requirement a little bit different and all that, but... yeah. Oh, God. Here we go. The players in blue working together. Solar not really able to help out very much just yet. He's getting himself an Adept out. He's going for a Stargate as well. Yeah, he's got 1 Adept, but... oh god, this is already a disaster. Like, the ramp and the jump up location here in this map, it's so massive that Ryung is already taking too much damage. Look at this. There's even a wall off completed here. Solar hoping to just sneak into his opponent's main base. Not happening. Now he's forced to go all the way, I guess, to the cross position. I don't know, man. I think you need to go help out your ally. I don't think there's a whole lot here that Mr. Ryung can do. I mean, it's just a numbers game, right? And Maru and ByuN are probably a little bit better at that Reaper control as well. And when you have both of them going up against just you, it's a disaster. Okay. Alright. Well, Ryung is now at 1 supply. They've left 1 survivor just to tell the tale, I suppose. Mule over here, not even... they're heading on over towards the, I guess, the 6 o'clock position, which is where the Zerg player, now playing Protoss, resides. He's just target firing down the shield battery right now, or they're target firing down the shield battery right now with a couple of Reapers. Oracle comes out, activated the Pulsar Beam. Obviously, it takes energy for this thing to be activated, so as soon as it runs out of energy, I wouldn't be surprised if these Protoss units are once again going to be in some trouble. Solar can try and, like, win. I think Ryung just went AFK. Okay, he's not. He's lifting up the barracks, but at the very least, he didn't send that thing back to mining. He was just lifting everything. Oh my god, Ryung triggering his inner Silver League over here. Lifting the structures. Bring them to the corner of the map, dude. Don't let him find you. Who chose to attack me in the beginning? Stop it, ByuN. Ryung does seem a little bit salty in the translated words at the very least. I don't know if that's actually the case, but... doesn't matter, man. You win or you lose. Solar, please stop playing Oracle. This is literally the first time he's playing Oracle. It turns out it was 3-1 already. Yep. This best of 5 series may be a 4-1 though. Nah, they're gonna have to transition, yeah. So Maru and ByuN are already doing so. They're both going Stimpec, they're both going Marines, they're both going Expos. Ryung apparently seeking refuge in the bottom right-hand corner of the... I forgot about the island bases. This map has an island base. It sucks. Look at these really big ledges as well, by the way. Like, I know there's a game going on and everything, but... Okay, apparently they do win. But one thing that happened back in, like... the Wings of Liberty era of the game is that people would not just proxy out over here, right, and make a bunch of units to try and attack the opponent. We would literally see factories up here, siege tanks sieging up right here, and you can imagine that's in range of the freaking Nexus. You can imagine the disasters that would create back in Wings of Liberty. The Wings of Liberty maps compared to the maps that we have these days, they were so bad.